everybody. But there's some things wrong with that, because when you mass market to everybody, you have a lower percentage of people responding to it. Now, a dear friend of mine who's a professional football player, he and I talked about this, and he was at a stadium one time, and he looked at me and said, "What do you see, Dr. Johnson?" I said, "See all those people?" He said, "I want to teach you a lesson." He said, "The lesson is this." And we're on the field, the sideline, watching the game, and he said, "Now, you see these guys on the field? This is business. You see that stadium? That's the game." He said, "Don't ever forget it." He said, "That's why you see them, those guys be arguing about how much money they make." He said, "Because down on the field is the business part. It's not football. That's just the means." But he said, "You see now, how many people up here in these stadiums, in this stadium, love 7-Up? Well, 7-Up, people know how many people come to a game and don't buy 7-Up. Because instead of doing the mass market approach, they've done some homework. And they can figure out how many people want what. Now, how many of you love donuts? You got donuts. How many of you love donuts? How many love glazed donuts? So not so one. So it behooves me, if I'm going in the donut business, to find people like you and find thousands of you versus dealing with you. It behooves me to spend my time with you than with everybody else. Because I'll try to shove mine down his throat. He doesn't want it. And I think I got a bad product. The point is, I'm selling something to the person that's not hungry for what I have. So you have to invert the process. Is that making sense? Okay. And so another result is you get lower conversion rate. Anybody familiar with conversion rate? For the most part? Okay, online. Anybody got a website? Okay. Now, when your website, that's some conversion rate. You put this down for your notes. What does it mean? Every 100 person come to your website, one person should be buying something from you. If you do 2 in 100, what is it? 1 in 200, you got a problem. Red flags go up. When you're doing 1 in 300, you're not communicating right. People don't understand what you're offering. It has to be 1 in 100. That's the marker. That's the benchmark. So have anybody ever thought about going online and doing an online business? Look, years ago, Jonathan, I told people years ago about ebooks. People, like you every day, this lady made $1 million from basket weaving. People thought it was crazy, but people bought her book. Why? She did the research to find the people that liked what she had, what she was selling. That's the name of the ballgame. And that's why this approach, mass marketing, when you're doing a business, doesn't work. So you lower it lowers the percentage rate of people wanting to purchase. Also, you lower your conversion rate. And then, most important, when you take the creative approach, though, is this. First thing you do is you got to research problems. When you start making money, real money is made from solving problems. Okay? Case in point, I use this many times when I travel. When you go look at McDonald's, they created the drive-in. And I always ask people, what problem did they solve? Anybody know? What'd you say? Have to get out your car. They solved that problem. What? Laziness, okay. Anybody over here, what problem did they solve? Inconvenience, huh? People was hungry. And the mother getting off work, right? And she
created another register.
No, another register. That's really what they did. But what problem did they solve? Is the question. First and foremost, McDonald's is not in the food business. And never have been. They're in the real estate business. That's why all that McDonald's is located in a specific area where they've done the research that they know it's going to sell so much in that area. And then they have another portion of their corporation, and many companies do this, a financing company that finance for all the people that are franchising their franchisee that's franchising their business. So they make money from the franchise and from the real estate and everything else. Now I'll talk about what those concepts are in a few minutes. It's just a different way of looking at how to help yourself. And so what we do know is the creative approach. Remember, the traditional approach is to build and they'll come. The creative approach, Mary, is this. Research a problem, create the business, then market to what's called a niche group. You don't create the problem first. You find what problems people are having. And, okay, how many what kind of problems you have at home? I mean, don't tell me, seriously. but some, you know, anything you talk about, bills, money. So the question is, how do I help you solve your bill problem? Right? Now the question, is the bill problem really the problem? Now after we finish talking, we'll find out that's not really the problem. But it's a result of the problem. You getting what I'm trying to say? And so it's important that when we start business, is to research what the problem is, and then become what's called problem solvers.